Top of the morning to you. Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to Game Kaboom. So there are 3 exciting things happening right now. First, I'm drinking coffee out of a droid's head. Second, I found my pixelated sunglasses. And third, last night was Nintendo's official Switch presentation and it was absolutely... And as you all know, I am a huge lifelong Nintendo fan. See that? World Championships, 1990. OG, son. But anyway, the presentation last night was just absolutely incredible. Personally, I'm really excited for the Switch. I think it's going to be a great combination of the home console experience and mobile experience. They're going to be combined into one beautiful little console family. And I really do hope that it brings Nintendo back to the forefront of the modern video game world. Now I know all you youngsters are happy about your PS2s and your Xbox 3s, but we OGs will stick with Nintendo. That's how we roll. So I think enough has already been said about the Switch's functionality in both forms. The retail price is $299, coming out on March 3rd. Hoo boy. But mostly, I want to talk about the games. The games. Games. The one thing I do want to say about functionality with the Switch is no more region locking. It's just awesome that we're getting to a point where there's no more region differences and things to unlock and, you know, mods that have to happen and things like that. We're done. It's all one world. We are the world! Yay, Nintendo! So the first game that caught my eye was actually an old game, which was Mario Kart 8, which is an old game for the Wii U. And it would have been the best Mario Kart ever, except for the fact that it didn't have battle arenas for the battle mode, which... seriously? What an oversight that was. For those of you that don't know, Mario Kart 8 was a great racing game, but the battle mode was simply just the battle mode on the regular racing tracks. It wasn't in like the enclosed arenas like it was in the Super Nintendo days. But during the presentation last night, they showed a revamped version of Mario Kart 8 with battle arenas. Ugh. Good job, Nintendo. You heard our cry and sallied forth. Good on ya. So moving on to the controllers, now known as the Joy-Con controllers. So there's lots of cool ways to use those 2 controllers, and they have all these dueling games where you can like do like an old school Western duel with 2 people and just like gunsling it, you know? So much fun. There's also cool boxing games you can do with it and things like that. So ever since the Wii and the Wii U, Nintendo has really capitalized on the sort of party gaming market, which is just great. I love that stuff. I don't want to spend this whole video going into every tiny little game that was announced for the system, but I believe all of the 2 controller dueling games are called 1-2 Switch. I think it's a whole collection, basically. As a party game, I think it's going to be a good time. And we have Splatoon 2 coming, which is just awesome. That game has a killer soundtrack. I could just listen to that all day long. Okay, now this is the part of the video where I have to point out a concern. Unfortunately. Super Mario Odyssey. Now don't get me wrong, I love the Mario games. I'm still a fan of the new Mario games. I thought that Mario 3D World was absolutely perfect. I love those games. Love me some Mario. What concerns me about Super Mario Odyssey is that it's basically Mario traveling from different worlds. He's not in the Mushroom Kingdom. We saw footage of him in like a real world looking like New York City type place. There's like a scary neon world, like a crazy caterpillar robot and things like that. What worries me is it didn't really feel like it was a cohesive look or theme. It felt like there was, you know, many different worlds and different themes, which isn't a bad thing. It's a very bold move, but I'm hoping that it will be a cohesive experience and not this sort of weird mishmashed mess, basically. But Mario is Nintendo's biggest franchise, so I have nothing but faith in Nintendo to do well by Mario. So I have my doubts, but I'm optimistic. Let's just hope it's not a new Mario's Time Machine. Now they are bringing multiple, mark that, multiple Dragon Quest games to the Switch. My question is this: will they keep with tradition and give them away free with Nintendo Power? If you kids don't remember Nintendo Power, ask us OGs, I guess. Okay. 3 words. Shin Megami Tensei. Tensei? Tensei? Tensu? Look it up. There is a new untitled game in that series coming from Square Enix, and I have to tell you something. The visuals for that game, it made me make the most authentically orgasmic sound in my place of employment, and everyone heard it. Everyone. The look of this game is basically a mixture of 16-bit graphics, kind of like what you saw in Final Fantasy VI or 3 for us Americans, and modern graphics as well. It's sort of an amalgamation of the two. It's perfect and seamless and beautiful. Go watch it, Google it, Shin Megami Tensei, Tensu, Tensei, whatever. Look it up, it's amazing. And we have FIFA coming to the Switch, if that's your thing. And as a final note on the subject of games for the Switch, Sega. What was that? Basically, they had a representative from Sega come out on stage and say, "We're excited to make games for the Switch," and then they walked off. Great. But apparently there is a new Sonic the Hedgehog game coming to the Switch, which prompts this rant from yours truly. Now, I'm a Nintendo OG, but I do have a small soft spot in my cold, dead gaming heart for the Sega Genesis. It has killed me for years that there hasn't been a good Sonic game since the freaking Dreamcast. It's not that complicated. He runs fast. Make a game where he runs fast. That's it. There's a deep burning fire in me for the return to the glory days for Sonic the Hedgehog. I hope there can be a good Sonic game on the Switch. I really hope so. Sega, or what's left of you, make it happen. So there were a bunch of other games announced too, but those were sort of the highlights that appealed to me. And they did mention during the presentation that there are over 80 games already in development for this system. So yeah, man, it's a tough call. Whether or not the Switch is going to be the thing that redeems Nintendo in the modern console gaming world, I don't know. There's a lot to look forward to, but it's weird because they're bringing it out, you know, in the middle of a generation, whereas PlayStation and Xbox are still sticking to their old systems. I guess they have been releasing the new versions of the PS4 and the Xbox One, so that's not entirely fair, but I don't know, man. We'll see. I'm excited for it. I'm going to get the Switch. I'm going to play it a lot, and I'll let you know what I think about it here, too. So it's all one beautiful mystery, ain't it? Anyway, those are my thoughts on the Nintendo Switch. I'm going to keep drinking my breakfast out of this droid's head. Thank you guys so much for watching Game Kaboom. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and smash the thumbs up button, subscribe for more videos, and leave your comments. What do you think about the Switch, man? What do you think about the games that were announced? Let's converse. And follow us on social media. We're down below. Like right there. I have giant hands. Now get out. Got games to play.